And if 95% is how we're hardwired in terms of attitudes, beliefs, and perceptions, how we're habituated in terms of behaviors and actions, and how we're conditioned to our emotional responses, then there's going to take a lot of work in the overcoming process, because you got to get so conscious that you don't go unconscious again. And it's a process of going unconscious to the point where you no longer go unconscious and you stay conscious. You ask that person, where's the disease now? Where is it now? They'll tell you it's in the old person. It's the old guy. It's that person. It's that old person. It's not me. I'm not that victim anymore. I'm not that person any longer. And again, they were doing their meditations to change. They were doing their meditations 3 times a day, not because they wanted their meditations to heal them. They just defaulted back to the old self and they started disbelieving again. So they were doing their meditations every day to believe. And they would not get up until they felt the feeling of that future, because they knew consciously, if I could feel this emotion, I'm signaling genes ahead of the environment. And I'm going to keep feeling this feeling with the intention of signaling the gene. And that was their intention. Of course, they started producing a greater outcome. So they were doing their meditations to strengthen their belief 3 times a day because they lost their belief. Now, you can't say to me, you're too out of shape, or you're too in shape, or you're too unhealthy, you're too old, or you're too young. You saw we have people that are 12 years old or 10 years old that come to our events.
Sitting around.
We have hundreds of kids that come on the age of 25, a huge youth community. We have people that are in their 90s and their 80s. They have elegant brain scans. They have beautiful heart coherence. You can't tell me you're too old to do it. You can't tell me you're too young. You can't tell me you're too sick. You can't tell me you had a brutal past, or you're out of shape. You can't say any of those things any longer. I mean, no one's so special to be excluded from this process. And again, I think one of the things, I'm jesting part of the time here, but one of the things that people need is knowledge and information. I mean, the data that we have in our scientific research it tells us that we're greater than we think, more powerful than we know, more unlimited than we could ever dream. The testimonials of people standing on the stage, you've seen them, with stage 4 cancers that spread to their bones, to their liver, to their lungs, to their pelvic organs. They couldn't walk, they were in so much pain, no drug trial, no chemo, no radiation, no surgery was changing, no diet was changing them. And now they're up there with no evidence of cancer. You hear that story, it's the 4-minute mile.
Yeah.
That is, evidence is the loudest voice.
Yes.
And when you see a person that doesn't look vegan, doesn't look young, doesn't look buffed, that had people steal money from them, that they lost everything, they slit their wrists, they have horrible but bankrupt. They're worth millions now and they're living a happy life and they've got a great relationship and their health condition's all better. You got to scratch your head and you got to look and you got to say, wow, if that person can do it, I think I can do it.
Right.